Roane County is in the process of making a decision to close Walton and Geary K-8 schools and consolidate those into Spencer or keep them both open.
That's right, Shelby Burrow. She joins us live here in studio. And Shelby, what is a concern parents and staff have if these consolidations actually happen?
Well, if these schools get consolidated, it will make bus rides much longer for some students, and in some cases, the bus won't be able to make it to their homes, leaving those in the most rural areas of the county stranded if they aren't able to find a ride.
I have no idea how long a kid's gonna be away from their house before they get on the bus. And the same thing evening time. I don't know what the parents' arrangements are gonna be for the students, and there was no way for me to calculate additional travel time that it's going to take for those students.
The Roane County Board of Education has a lot to consider when making their vote on either closing and consolidating Geary and Walton K-8 schools into Spencer K-8 or keeping both open. One big obstacle they're looking at, the bus routes.
The blue lines that you see are what we're currently running. If you see a yellow line, those are students that we're not going to pick up at their door, but live within 2 miles. And if you see anything in red, like you do here on Seaman Fork at Noble Ridge, those are kids that live over 2 miles that they can be compensated for.
According to West Virginia code, bus rides one way for elementary students should not exceed 30 minutes. Middle and high, however, are not to exceed an hour one way, but there are ways for county school boards to get waivers.
There are policies in place that require schools, when they consolidate, to reduce the bus rides. You can get a waiver up to an hour bus ride for an elementary student.
There are currently 28 bus routes running, but at one point there was 43. Each route they run now was calculated to see what they would have to modify or remove if the closures happen. It was determined that the consolidation plan impacts over 100 students' bus routes.
So the biggest impact of doing this and having them to only run 1 hour means that it can't go to everybody's house anymore.
A question remaining is, how will those students get to and from school? And this is an issue that's still being discussed.
There are children who have to find a way, and guess where those children are? In the deepest parts of our county, right? Who may not have transportation, may not have a way to get to the bus stop. That's real. Those are real problems that we're going to have to tackle.
But they are looking into compensating students who live over 2 miles past where the buses stop running. And they say currently it's $1.60 a day, and they have around 30 students who are past that 2-mile mark.
Hopefully, a parent, if they have to bring their kids out, will not have to use over a gallon of gas. But I realize that they're going to have to go out, bring the kid to the bus, and then go back home and do the same thing in the afternoon.
The Roane County Board of Education will vote on the consolidation on November 6th, and the next public hearing is scheduled for November 3rd at 5 p.m., and that will be held at Spencer Middle School. Live in the studio, Shelby Burrow, Eyewitness News.